Hello LEGO friends, Matt from Brooks Bricks here, and in today's video we're going to take a look at this medieval road and bridge area that I built. Stay tuned. Welcome back everybody, and in today's video we're going to take a look at this project I've been building over the course of a few live streams. I will say that this is probably not 100% done. I will probably alter this a little bit as I go, getting it into the realm and maybe moving things around depending on how it looks. But for now, I want to go ahead and present it in video form here so you can see how things look. And without further ado, here we go. I'll pull back here, show you the whole thing. Yep. Spanning two 16x32s and a 16x16 plate. We've got basically what's going to be kind of the main path through medieval realm diorama setup. So the idea is that one direction, I don't know exactly how this is going to look, which I'm going to face it. It's probably going to look something like this. But from one side you'll have the kind of the way towards the Forestman Hideout, the Black Falcon Fortress, and the other will be more toward the Lion Knight Castle. But the idea is that this is going to be kind of the primary crossing all that across everything. So first thing I did as I went through this project was I built a couple of these plates, the 16x32s, built up some ground around that main area, and then I laid down a path. That path is actually a couple layers of plating, the top layer of plating of which is just regular brown, and then on top of that I actually laid down a bunch of, as you can see, different kinds of greebling of round tiles and plates, and then some square ones, just to give the effect of a worn, trodden path. I think it comes out pretty darn good. I've got a good mix of colors in there. I think it comes out really well. Got some stone colors mixed in there along with kind of the dirt. Yeah, I think it looks pretty good. Same idea over here as well. I try to be fairly consistent with it. One thing I just noticed because I was moving this around is one of my little sapling trees popped off. Speaking of, once I finished that, the next step was I wanted to build out some trees. I don't have a ton of trees built out. I've got a few ones around the area, but I did take some time to build out like 3 or 4 significant trees. This one's probably the biggest one. I do like this with a lot of the definition of using the leaf pieces on top of the other ones. This one's, okay. Similar idea with this one here. And actually then this one I had fun with. I built this wanting to use some of the lavender purplish leaf pieces that I had. And as I built it, I was kind of joking on stream that this is meant for my buddy Greg, aka Law Lego. And so, yeah, actually I took some time to really build this out more. I put some flower pieces on there, as well as frog pieces, the pink ones, that I had left over from the bonsai tree that I got a couple years ago. And actually, I think this came out, it's probably the best looking tree, in my opinion, out of all the ones that are on here. And then I used a simple technique that many others have done, where you take simple antenna or aerial poles and you just put a few of the flower stems on upside down, and they kind of represent saplings. I think it looks okay. I just want to put a little bit more definition along the path, because I just couldn't fill it all with trees, because you won't see anything else if I do that. But I did want to have some kind of representation. And then I kind of sparsely populated around the grass with some other flowers and stuff as well, just to make it look good. I chose this time to not greeble every single section of the green plating like I have before. I could have done that, but I chose not to this time, just because I thought there's so much already on here. I didn't want to just distract even more from the look of it. I think that actually works better this way than it has in other builds. So that's why I kept it the way it is here. One thing I will note, did not finish off the section yet because I wanted to put it in and see how it looked connecting to the other sections of the river, to see how it's going to look and whether I need to tile in or put some green stuff in there. So when you see it in the realm, that'll be more finished off, but for now I just got to see how it looks in place. And then same idea the other side here. It's not quite finished off, but finally, the bridge itself, I used a couple of these 1x10 wide arch pieces that I think actually look really good going across. That's a perfect size. I don't need to have anything really tall. because I'm not going to really have anything going on from where this is and up on the river. I might have some other stuff placed further down the river. We'll see. But I wanted to get at least something of a decent looking bridge, so I have plenty of masonry bricks, so I popped those in. I also built a bit of a ramp here, kind of trying to make it look like it's continuous and not separated by just kind of just diagonal things going up and randomly broken. I used some hinge plates and all that stuff to make this work. I think it came out alright. I was kind of trying to style it in the way that like Jane Bricks did fairly recently in his zoo, going over one section of that. It's not perfect. It could probably be a little bit better, but for what I've got, I think it works pretty well. Gets the point across. Smaller things can go across, just like little carts and stuff. So I think it'll just be the representation that it'll work. Again, my realm is not a huge space. It's more of a representation of a lot of different things that are kind of meetable like. So I didn't need this to be massive. I think this works for what it is. Quick side note, you might be wondering why Jar Jar Binks is actually hanging out on this bridge. This is a little inside joke here dedicated to my my friend Nodak Shack, fellow streamer on Twitch. Give him a follow. Very big into Star Wars and especially the prequels, so Jar Jar is dedicated to Nodak Shack. Alright everybody, that's going to do it for this mock review of my medieval roadway and bridge. I hope you enjoyed that. Like I said, it's just, you know, it's something to kind of represent, and I think it came out pretty good. As always, I certainly appreciate all your support, and thank you for watching. If you haven't, be sure to follow me over on Twitch at BrooksBricks, where I do my weekly live streams. I appreciate all that support. And if you haven't, be sure to subscribe here as well. Hit that like button, notification bell, all that good stuff. Thanks for watching again. Until next time, from the bridge and the river, adios.